Okay guys, so I'm back. Just because I just want to make this video to say just because you are sporadic in your actions or your adventures doesn't mean you have to be stupid. I'm stupid a lot of the time, but I know for some things you definitely have to plan. You definitely have to plan some stuff out so that you're prepared, because being prepared makes everything a lot less scary. And so I know that there are going to be dangers on this trip. I know things are going to get fucked up. That's all part of the fun of it, but definitely being prepared for those situations is going to help out a lot. Instead of just being stranded and not knowing what the heck to do, it's going to make it a lot more of an enjoyable learning experience than more of a miserable learning experience, which is not what I want. I want this to be like a really insightful, eye-opening thing. So just a few things that I'm doing to prepare. I went on a website called Ride Adventures. So I printed off all these sheets, motorcycle trip checklist, motorcycle gear advice, travel medical checklist. I'm going to be looking up survival tactics. And since today was like the first day that I decided, okay, I'm going to hitchhike there instead of fly, I'm also going to have to look up things like best like hitchhiking shoes to get, just stuff that I'm super knowledgeable about. And the best sources for these, you look online, you can research, but try to find real people to talk to who have actually done it. Try to find like a few key real people who have really done some amazing things. And that's honestly why I'm doing this right now, because I want to just have like all these skills accumulated. So I'm definitely going to research that today. And my hitchhike, I don't mean walk all the way there, because that's just cray. That's just going to take way too much time. And I don't have the income for that. So I'm going to like bus it and just find crazy stops, because I want to enjoy the experience as well. And if I'm just flying there, it's literally just like cutting half the adventure in half. So that's why I'm deciding to hitchhike. And so just a few things that I'm doing to prepare for that. Above all else, besides just getting your facts right, getting all your supplies together, getting all your checklists, you have to make sure that you are mentally ready for whatever you're about to do in your life. Because if you're not mentally checking off stuff, then no matter how many books you read, no matter how many YouTube videos you watch, you're not going to be prepared. You're not going to be prepared. You can be scared, you can be afraid, but it has to be something that you actually want to do. You have to find the why, the reason why you want to do something. And this is where we get lost in all aspects of our lives, because we don't ask the question why to ourselves enough. We just kind of say, oh yeah, I want to do this, and then we just go with it. That's why so many of us fail. We are constantly failing because we don't find a deep enough reason to keep going after what we're going after. For every diet plan, for every business plan, for every venture that you triumph in life, it's just like how I made the video about knowing the value of things. Well, you know the value of things when you give them great enough reason so they have great enough value. There have been so many times where I've thought of ideas and I've told them to people, and now I think back on that and I'm like, why did I say those ideas to anyone if I didn't have a logical reason to, I had no intention of bringing them to life, so there was no point to me saying them. This is exactly the same thing. If you're going to go on any diet plan, if you're going to do a business trip, if you're going to go on a business adventure, you have to find the deep enough reason as to why. And it has to be a good why, because if you're just saying, I want to lose 5 pounds, that's why I want to go on this diet plan, you're going to fail. So you have to say, why do I want to lose 5 pounds? Well, I want to lose 5 pounds because I want to look better. Okay, well, why do you think losing 5 pounds will make you look better? Oh, because I'll be skinnier. Well, why do you want to be skinnier? Oh, because I want to look like this person in this magazine. It has to be a deep enough why. And aesthetics, making other people happy, it's not going to be deep enough. It's not going to be deep enough. So the people who generally follow good health plans, they follow it because they want to change their lifestyle. They're sick of the way they're living life. And it doesn't just change their diet, it doesn't just change their exercise regime. It changes their whole life, because it changes their perspective on life as well. They find a deep enough reason, like, I want to lose weight because I don't want to die on my children like my parents died on me. Like, that's an extreme, but that's something so deep that it's just something to think about. It makes you keep working on that goal every single day for the rest of your life. And it makes you value life more, and it makes you value the lesson more, and it makes you value the reward more, and that's why the why is so, so, so important. So I just have to put that out there, to ask why for everything that you're doing, because it's going to bring so much more value into everything that you're doing. And when you bring value to what you're doing, you bring value to everything in life, and you're not just filling up 8 hours of space with crap. And I bring this up because literally I feel like I need to find the why to my life. And that's why I'm going on this trip, because when you have so much time and so much open space and getting back to nature, you have time to ask the question why. And in those moments, sometimes you have time to ask the question, why not? And that's what you're really getting down to. And what you're really getting down to when you ask why is what you're afraid of. You're getting down to your deepest fear. And when you get down to your deepest fear, you can lay it out in front of you, and you can see it for what it is, and then you can conquer it. And you can see that it's usually not as bad as you think it is. And you can finally make that leap and get over it. So when I ask myself why do I want to go on this trip? Why do I want to hitchhike? Why do I want to motorcycle across the US? I could come up with like tons of like small reasons. And the only thing I can say is because I'm afraid. Because I'm afraid of everything. I'm just afraid to my core of everything that I could be. And this trip, for me, is basically testing everything that I am, everything that a person could be. Your solitude, your survival skills, your endurance skills, your mental ability to handle certain situations, your triumph, your conquering, your ability to handle things when they go wrong, your ability to handle things when they go right, and your appreciation for life. I don't think that I appreciate life as much as I should be, and that's why. And the why will only get deeper. The more you ask the why, the more you meditate on the why, the deeper it gets, and the more appreciation that you have. Money, cars, all of that crap is nothing. Nothing in life. It's absolutely nothing in life. And that's why you have to ask why for everything, because at the end of the day, at the end of your life, you have an end to your life. And if you have just worked your entire life and never asked why you were working, never asked why you wanted to do what you wanted to do, and never found a really good reason, then I ask, have you been living, or have you just been on autopilot for the entire time that you've been here? Have you ever looked outside and smelled the roses? Have you ever looked at the clouds and really enjoyed? Have you ever been present, or have you just been on iPhone? Have you found your way, or are you constantly asking Siri for directions? And that's the only thing that you need to ask yourself in life is why. And maybe you will find it, and maybe you will and maybe you'll not. But the point is that you asked it, and maybe you'll find a greater sense of well-being. So yeah, I'm sorry that I totally just went on that rampage. But I will continue updating you when I find more stuff. And I would love any tips, any helps, any comments. And just remember to ask yourself why, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace. Oh, my friend Marianne wants to say something.
Homegirl is amazing. I don't want to...
Oh my God, it's like half an avocado.
I know, like, look at that amazingness.
Pokey Shack, guys.
That's her.
Use my code. Dude, I'll post my Uber Eats code down below. You guys can get $20 of free credit. $20 of free credit. I'll post that below. That shit works. That's fucking bomb. It'll cover your delivery charge, too. Get it.